was wide open, and the big fella got right downhill into the money.
Wade Taylor has been a star for the Aggies for 4 years. Gets it to Coleman. And post inside to Wolf, and he missed. Gets a second chance. No, he won't.
He
Stripped away from him.
He committed the cardinal sin most bigs are not allowed to do. Once you get that rebound, you cannot bring it down for the little fellas.
And 61, Michigan 57 at the 11-minute mark. Taylor, the lob, and the flush, and the finish by. The Wolverines getting it done at the free throw line of the second half. Let's see where the offense is coming from for the Aggies.
They're trying to get it to Taylor.
He feeds the paint, and off the windows, Payne.
Between the two of them.
Finally,
now we got 5.
Yeah, he got a good look from the baseline and drilled it.
If Yale's going to come back in this game, it's going to be because of those two guys.
Wade Taylor, bounce pass underneath for an easy one for Garcia.
Too easy.
Taylor got a big-time pick. Simmons almost lost his balance, and then the feed inside.
There's a reason why this guy averages 19 points a game.
Taylor, the wraparound pass, and the flush.
This year up to 15 and first team All Ivy League.
That'd be big if it goes, but it's in and out. Garcia will clear the glass, and Taylor ahead to Phelps. Phelps will wait for the troops to get into the front court. And that means Wade Taylor at the point. As we approach 7.5 minutes, a 6-point Texas A&M lead. They led by as many as 13 in this game. Carter, Jace Carter for 3, and he got it. These guys just don't get rebounds. They fly for rebounds. The Aggies.
They have so many guys that rebound outside of their area. You see them on one side of the lane when the ball goes up, and they fly straight across the other side to make sure they get that ball.
Carter, triple on the baseline, got it. Now Jordan Pope at the shot clock at 3, a block by Hayden Hefner. Pope gets it back, got the rim, but it's down to Wade Taylor. Wade Taylor, the fourth, has had a great career. What a pass. And a bucket and one for second half, getting to the line time and time again. And here he comes. A 3 for Wilshire. Yes! Taylor shut off. Phelps will try another 3. Look at Henry Coleman III running it down. Here comes Spain for the high screen. They get the ball out of Taylor's hands. Wow. Oh, Bassett.
Chad Baker-Mazara gets by Taylor. Threw it up blindly, trying to go around Garcia. Taylor blows by Pettiford, finds Garcia to finish. Largest lead of the... Cardwell bails him out. And then it's stolen away by Garcia. Here's Taylor, drops it off for Payne. Wow! Pharrell Payne doing chin-ups out there.
Out gets downhill, went right by Garcia, and then he goes for an assist. It's down on the helper when Elijah Martin couldn't knock down the 3. Oh, what a finish!
And they'll turns around a team that went 9-23, and they're currently 18-9. So they're playing fabulous basketball.
My own, just 1 of 2. 2-1's your score. Bogart all over Phelps. Here's Taylor to Payne. And he powers his way to the hoop. Byington says he's got to control this game. Flips that one up. Rolls off. Rebound. Garcia. Here come the Aggies. Payne. Oh! Bringing the pain. Huffman and scoring.
That was really good defense and even better offense. Nice tag. And here's that transition break we're talking about. Big, Phelps got that arm up after the fact.
Yep.
Best friend. So if I'm the Aggies, everything that I'm doing right now without Devin McLaughlin and Jalen Carey on the floor is attacking the paint. But they don't have to rush it. They need to be patient in getting to the basket.
They've missed their last 4 buckets. Taylor dips it off, and there you go, Payne. Here's Taylor. Spins, nearly lost it. Wilcher, three, yes!
He gets into the lane. Taylor got past his man, and the long two won't go, but already 2 offensive rebounds. Taylor underneath, Washington with the slam. What a pass by Taylor.
And you
2 baskets, 2 dunks for A&M. Loose ball, Garcia gets on the floor. Taylor ahead, gonna have a 3rd dunk. Emma's lost 2 in a row.
They've lost 2 in a row, but that game will be in the 90s. I can guarantee you that. Alabama, the only team in the country to be in top 7 in offense the last 2 years.
Phelps cans the pull-up jumper from 15.
And he's making that case to Pat Adams right now.
Gaines for 3, no good, way off the mark. Taylor pushing.
Shooter.
Wilcher over 50% from 3 over his last 9 games.
Said this Mayjack kid plays as hard as anybody you'll play this year.
A&M ball started 7 for 11, but 2 for their last 7. Chaz Lanier back in the game for Tennessee. He's got 9 points, 3 of 4 from the floor and 3 of 3 from deep. Here's Garcia drilling a 3. The second.
Great individual matchups. Tennessee grinding away.
First lead of the game for the Vols at 23-22. Garcia, second 3-pointer for him. He's got 4 points. That was his first field goal. Tennessee by 1. Trailed by 9 early on. 13-3 run for the Vols right now. Taylor kicks it out. Open 3 is there. Jace Carter. Now 4 of 5. Chaz Lanier hasn't scored this half. Wade Taylor's been quiet. The 2 stars. Tennessee scored the last 6 points.
Little 2-2-1 pressure here by Tennessee. Coming out of the timeout. This will kill some shot clock.
Taylor 2 of 9 from the floor. Does have 7 assists. They all came in the first half. Good pass there, Garcia. And it somehow went in despite being blocked by a...
And once again, Zakai drives the paint. Great extra pass.
His season high is 29. It came against Arkansas. He had 35 in a game last year.
Well, Garcia has Zakai Ziegler on him right now.
Payne in the lane, drives and scores.
On offense, they're in a rhythm on defense.
Hefner in and out. Payne, offensive rebound over the smaller Hubbard to a second opportunity again. Wilcher, long 3. Oh my goodness. Watch out. If he... Murphy double. It's a cutting Harris. Put the ball on the ground, had it poked out of there. Phelps the other way. Taylor to Coleman. Just powers his way. Sent from the field. Texas A&M 32%.
And it's going to be ugly, and I think Chris Jans is okay with that. This year's team has been much more aesthetically pleasing offensively than years past, but he said, look, sometimes we got to go throwback mode and just grind it out. Right now, so will Washington. It's A&M, that is a 10 out of 10 effort.
Wade Taylor's got to get it going if they want to get back in this. Only 6 points. Wade 2 of 12. Boy, that was a quick catch and shoot.
I think gave them a little bit of confidence.
Knox went baseline, had it stolen away by Taylor. Back-to-back takeaways by Taylor. Step back 3. Zurich Phelps, back-to-back buckets for A&M. Quick discussion, the officials overturn that out-of-bounds call, give it back to A&M. Hogs led 8-0, and here come the Aggies.
They're likely not going to change from where they've been all season and what the tape shows you. And Washington does an excellent job there, guarding Wagner.
Wade Taylor came into this game trailing Bernard King, the school record for points, by 3. He hadn't gotten a bucket yet. Beautiful pass and a two-hand jam. 5.3 blocks per game. Here's Davis. That one was touched by Obaseki. Wade Taylor finds Coleman on the roll. Off the glass and in. Wagner finds Ivisi. jump hook. Nope. They're getting the looks they want. It's not converting. What a rundown by Henry Coleman.
Good call by Coach Williams to throw Arkansas out of rhythm some offensively.
16 turnovers for the Hogs, most in SEC play. Aggies take advantage.
Baseline, you saw where Carter followed his man, showing you, hey, this is actually man.
A&M not afraid to use some clock if they can. And drive down and finish. Jace Carter. Full court pickup again. Wagner back on the floor for Arkansas. What about the defensive job he's done on Taylor today?
Yeah, done a nice job there. I think this is Arkansas team that just has to have a short memory confidence-wise.
Garcia got it to go off the window.
Again, just as you said, maybe he thinks I got to take the ball.
And when a shooter's release is good, like his first two right there are good, confidence goes to an ultra high level. We saw him against LSU, 10 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists that game.
Coleman. Count it. God, is 11.
How about the active hands getting back defensively by Georgia?
1 minute to go first half. Washington hangs in the air.
That's a foul. We can have a wrestling match.
Oh, yeah, some of the contact we've had underneath the backboard.
Yeah.
Right, and then that's a foul, right.
Good defense right there.
Washington. Got it to go.
I think it hit below the rim.
Takeaway by Taylor. Up ahead to Washington. Georgia scored just 4 points in the first 5. Now make it 6 minutes.
And good defense by Hefner, staying in front of Denver.
Hefner wide open for 3. Got it. 5 minutes to play in a 17-point Texas A&M lead. They trailed by as many as 11 late in the first half.
And now it's where the veterans take over. How to run clock, how to get shots, who to get shots for. Clear the lane out, let Washington in his strength.
All of them. He has been amazing throughout the course of his career.
Pringle down low. Good defense by the Aggies. Obaseki now to Taylor. And Obaseki for 3. That's all net.
Buzz has a lot of faith in Payne. They've set up several. Watch your head. Wow.
Lays it up at the rack.
Godwin on the drive, left side of the lane, tough angle and a rebound for Henry Coleman III. Wade Taylor on the drive, dumps it off the window, bucket. Ooh. Taylor into the corner, Northweather's got another good look. This time he's off the mark. And a strong rebound for Pharrell Payne. Managed not to go over the back. Wilcher. 45-44, A&M in front by a point. C.J. Wilcher lets it fly. C.J. Wilcher with the 3. Down for Elvis. Big time win by Oklahoma's defense. What a block by Obaseki. That was off the Euro that allowed Moore to get to the rim, and then Obaseki out of nowhere comes up with the block. Now he puts it on the deck, gets into the lane, and he got the floater to go.
May have come late, but they didn't see it that way. Huge effort by 9.
Look at the starters for an A&M team that is 4-2 in the SEC, but they were sloppy in the midweek win against Ole Miss. They turned it over 20 times in that game. They are not a good shooting team. They are worse in the SEC in every shot metric. Solomon Washington. Texas is working really hard to try and get this thing down to single digits. Anderson Garcia.
Get physical. These are some good offensive guards, but defensively they must be better.
Little floater good.
Over the past few games, says, man, that's the toughest look I've had in SEC play. 20 of 24.
Beautiful move. 12 shutout. Houston and KU, and then Tennessee and Auburn.
Saturday, that is. You mentioned Wake Forest, quietly one of the hotter teams right now, especially in the ACC. Huge opportunity against Duke.
Here's Hayden Hefner for three. Buries it. That's it. Taylor is 1 for 4 from the floor, 0 for 2 from three. Here's Wilcher. Nebraska transfer, hits a couple of tough threes. Watching Ole Miss and the way they use clock is like watching Tony Bennett's Virginia teams. Here's Diaz. Off the rim.
I think part of it is they just do not want to drive baseline where A&M wants it to go.
Here's Payne under. Obaseki answers right over the top of the ball.
Defense, keeping opponents off the glass. And that three-point attempt rattles out for Williams.
I think he's going to be the guy tonight. Again, you've already seen it. He's getting good looks. He's going to have to knock him down if they're going to have a chance.
Solomon Washington, ooh, that's a tough make.
But he gives you everything he's got.
Sears was the leading scorer in the first half. Taylor the other way, behind the back. Garcia, flush it, big effort. How'd he find the open man? Picked off by Garcia. Oh, he was trying to go with the overhand toss downfield and impress Mike Elko. Open look for Washington. Friendly roll. Hit.
So many areas, to lose him was a blow.
Now for A&M, their upside, what stands out to me is that there's a lot of teams that like to make the game dirty, but they don't have guys that can also execute at a high level offensively. You still can hang your hat on Taylor and Phelps. When you need a big shot in the game, they can go blow to blow.
Well, in their experience, they got poise and they can make plays like that. They can read the defense.
Wade Taylor's turnovers are down. His assists are up. It's his highest assist rate since he was a freshman. No, pardon me, since last year. He's better than 1 assist per game improved. Not a great shooting A&M team, though. They rely on offensive rebounds. Solomon Washington downhill. And off the glass and in. Far. He is 1 for 4. Mark for 3. In the loose ball corralled by Jace Carter and A&M. No numbers for A&M. Doesn't matter. Solomon Washington takes it in. Here's Mark. He's starting to feel it. Man, just too strong in the mid-range. Taylor with the deep feed. Payne cashes in.
4 for 20 in the last 2 games, and I said that correctly. 4 for 20 from 3. He's not shooting it great, but he is not shy at all.
So he's taken over 10 threes in back-to-back contests for the Wildcats. Off a screen, a good look, and C.J. Wilcher buries it from the out.
When it comes to shooting.
Williams with the rebuttal, just his 4th 3 of the year.
More than capable. Not what he does. He's more of a driver trying to get downhill, use his strong physical frame, but his shot looks good. He is a more than capable shooter from beyond the arc.
ACU trying to find their stroke as a team. They only make 5 threes per game. Dropping it off, Garcia with an easy bunny rebound percentage from Ken Palm.
Almost 1 out of every 2 shots they are getting. That's an insane number.
Wilcher's 2 for 2 from downtown.
They need more of that from him. When he can start doing that on a night-in, night-out basis, it makes this A&M team even more dangerous.
And that's his role. Come in and launch threes. Here he is again. This would be the hat trick. He's got it. Pocket pass. Williams has it denied on the inside by Garcia. Wilcher,
another one.
His 4th.
Matter 1-on-3, pretty finish right there by Keon Williams.
Has 7 points to match a team high from Bettyall. Houndy defense out on the arc. Garcia lays it in. Is that the weak spot? That is the 9th Texas A&M steal on the defensive end of the floor. Phelps all alone, cans the three.
Extremely impressive.
And before that, they beat Iowa State by 40. Team that was preseason picked in the top 15 nationally.
And Texas looks good too. Rory Harmon is legit.
Aggies basketball, 10 to shoot. Wilcher inside. He is looking quite comfortable at the rim as well. Here's this upcoming schedule for the Aggies. They've got Texas in a week and then at Oklahoma. They've got Alabama coming up, Kentucky. This is the final tune-up before SEC play. Phelps all alone. That is his second three where he has been wide open.
But I think he's taking it to a next level when you watch him play for Buzz this year.
Offensive rebound, Phelps, miss. Tap out. And A&M will run some clock. Garcia, he's too open. And there's the assist from
that early rotation on the baseline to take the charge.
3 turnovers already for Texas A&M.
Got Payne on the floor, little low post guy, blocks, rebounds. Another one of the transfers.
Solomon Washington can take them. I'm surprised he passed that one up.
This is Taylor holding on him. Phelps got it.
I like that.
Defense. That's how they get to the offensive glass also.
And they're playing small right now, Purdue. They should be able to stop them.
And Garcia. Kick out. Smith again. Missed the three.
Nice follow. He's a good rebounder first.
Take it away. Texas A&M.
Taylor could let it go from here.
Hefner. Wow. That's a three.
It is what I like. Start him here. Guard around. Not a good look, though.
Turnover. Lob. And a layup.
Not a good start.
In every different way to get Trey Kaufman-Renz a touch. They're bringing him out away from the basket. They're putting him in the high post. They're trying to play through him, like you said, Raph. Texas A&M is doing a great job.
Oh, Payne on the other end.
How about Smith, too? Got the foul.
The lob, and somehow that goes in. I don't even know if that was off Federico's fingers.
I think it was tipped in by A&M.
They'll credit Federico with the basket, but an answer. So 5 on the shot clock. Instead, it's Anderson trying to take it himself, and he comes up empty. Wade Taylor gives it to Carter for 3.
Rich, that young man has to get going if Tech wants to win this game.
A team that is 9th in the country coming in three-point percentage, but Kevin Overton so far is the only Red Raider with a three-pointer.
Oh, man.
Can't say.
Crispin.
And welcome to those watching the final of the game before us. We're in Bryan College Station. It's Texas A&M, Wake Forest. We just begin the tip. Brian Custer along with John Crispin. And it's the Aggies who control the tip, and quickly inside they go. Jump hook. It is good as it rolls in for Henry Coleman.
Start getting downhill with the drives, getting the ball kicked back out, moving around. That's when they're at their best.
Here's Taylor. Gets the handoff, coming off the screen, firing and scoring in the lane. Hayden Hefner.
Perimeter. He's kind of playing like Julius Randle, right? Oh, look out.
They threw it up to Payne, and he finishes. By A&M.
It's amazing when you get a little something going on the offensive end, how their defense picks up. It's almost as if A&M's the opposite of most human beings, where your offense ignites your defense. Well, their defense really ignites their offense.
Garcia lays it in. What hasn't he done tonight?
Yeah.
Wilcher to come in a little bit earlier than he would normally, because the Aggies need to be able to stretch the defense in some way in this zone.
Garcia riches it with the right.
Well, that's a good. His body so well, his speed, his pace.
Obaseki with bad intentions. A left.
And rightfully he's calling an ISO for their top prospect, and Ace Bailey going straight down the lane.
That's unstoppable. You clear out a side for him. Not a defender in the country who can stay in front of that. Good entry. Washington in deep. Spins it home.
And Texas A&M has figured out.
Breaks to the baseline. Great pass. Grant had it knocked away. Stifled by Solomon Washington. Taylor.
That right there.
Rewarding is big. He gets a dunk after a block.
Comes up limping a little bit on that.
After pouring in his 24th. A breakdown on defense and the injury to Bailey. That's something to... Second half secrets to be found here between Creighton and A&M.
And right there, they missed Kalkbrenner on that. We call that a Spanish pick and roll. Executed perfectly, just couldn't get him in the rock.
Taylor keeping that defender on his back. Bounce pass. Coleman using the rim to shoot.
But that's what I want Creighton to do with Kalkbrenner. Roll him straight to the rim off of picks and re-screens at the top of the key.
See if Solomon Washington can impact this.
Coming away with the foul.
Henry Coleman III over the top of Kalkbrenner.
Down low, as opposed to Ashworth getting into the paint against the length of the Aggies.
More than 3 minutes without a field goal for the Blue Jays. Garcia downhill, he cocked it back and finished with finesse.
Right.
Phelps on the move, zips it to the opposite corner. Washington flat on the three. Tip rebound to Phelps.
And that's what you're going to see a lot of. Aggies are going to get 1, 2, 3.
Zurich Phelps, a 2-year starter at SMU, was among the AAC scoring and steals leaders, joining Taylor in the backcourt. Andy Garcia turned it down initially. That is a tough shot. Opening session. Aggies going a bit small here, playing 3 guards with Garcia up front with Hank Coleman. Extra pass, Obaseki got it.
Threw on a good catch and shoot 3.
Let's see if Garcia has the answer. Phelps resets with Taylor. Off the jab step, he nailed it.
So he's guilty of the first foul. Quick inbound to Anderson Garcia. Got a defender in the air, and he goes to the glass, to the rack for the first.
Really just bullying the defender. Wiltshire with the 3. There he is.
Yeah, that's Taylor. 4 3-pointers on the night. Johnson, he's been hot. He nearly dropped another one in, even though it was contested. A&M on the offensive now. Could get within 1 or tie it. Zurich Phelps spinning off the glass. For as many offensive rebounds as the Aggies have, they're only up 14-6 in second chance points.
In the bucket when they're inside that charge zone.
Loose ball steal, numbers for the Aggies. Obaseki racing and a throwdown. Both with an offensive rebound. Another one. Oh, Henry Coleman, a little power.
By Sean Stewart. Not that time for Glover. That was Stewart's second tough traffic rebound. That's the toughness you're going to have to bring to win this game. Great feed from Taylor. Got it. Oh, Bassett. Really settling in that high ball screen, figuring out which way I can go to try to get my guys a shot and look at it. He's done it in the last 2 possessions. Quick trigger.
2 of 3 for Marmolejos. Outside to Zurich Phelps. Block shot points. I mean, he's in double digits. He's 10 points. Steal by the Aggies and Phelps. A&M. Oh, and Phelps.
3 dribbles, drew somebody, kicked it out to Wade, wide open shot.
A calm head among the chaos with a few players hitting the floor.
Well, we see that, they do a specific drill for that at shoot-around.
Shot clock under 5. Hayden Hefner from 3. Led the Lions in scoring.
Yeah, you just can't, when you have that trap on, you just can't allow them to split the double team, and then you're outnumbered the rest of the way. Nice look.
Left Pharrell Payne. Oh, Williams is as well. Williams with it. He had 15 on Wednesday against South Dakota. It is another Lion turnover.
You think that defense didn't work today at shoot-around? The majority of it was on the pick and roll up front. You saw the Aggies come up now twice, 2 in a row with the turnover off that pick and roll.
It's all Aggies in the beginning. Wade Taylor with a spin move and a kick out to Solomon Washington. Washington to the rack. Abdul Mateen all the way to the basket. Got it. Blocked. That was by Solomon Washington, the shot block artist. Manny
Taylor IV was wide open for a three.
For the first time in his A&M career, Chris McDermott will check in.
Hayden kept the ball in somebody's hand way too much. Manny's just trying to penetrate and make something happen, but Lane never opened up. Should have looked for one of the teammates.
Oh, Henry.
A true freshman starting along with a couple of transfers for UCF. Jordan Ivy Curry in the corner turns it over. Solomon Washington squeaks by Darius Johnson.
Means that they like to play the game at a much slower pace.
Hayden Hefner's free off the side of the backboard. Washington the rebound. And the shot clock at 12 for Taylor up near the midcourt line. Taylor underneath Payne, the transfer from Minnesota. And J.J. Taylor steps out and knocks down a three. Transfer from Memphis, only played 6 minutes last season for Penny Hardaway's team. It's the first three of the year for UCF. A&M able to answer with Jard here in the second half. Johnson, tough step back off the back rim, and Washington in traffic collects it. Taylor, bounce pass, Garcia gets the roll off the front rim. Knight struggling to get good looks at the offensive end right now. Taylor sets up Garcia. Another finish right at the front. Taylor off the window. Quick shot. Garcia, another offensive rebound.
He is absolutely everywhere.
Second most offensive rebounds in the country last year. Only guy who had more was Zach Edey from Purdue, 7'4" center. Nice handle. Henry Coleman. 2-on-1 for UCF. Benny Williams, finger roll, no. And Garcia comes up with it for Texas A&M. Inside, Carter able to get to the other side of the rim and score. What a find.